You woke up this morning, checked your bank account, saw the number, nodded, put your phone down. Nothing unusual, just another normal morning. But that number? It was wrong. Not because of fraud, not because of some weird glitch, because your bank has been quietly skimming from you every single month, legally. And here's the part most people never realize. The entire app is designed for this. The colors, the layout, the little notifications, all of it, built so that every time you open your banking app, you feel calm, normal, like everything's fine. But tonight, we're going to do something different. I'm going to show you exactly how much money you've probably lost. And if you've had a bank account for more than 3 years, there's a very good chance the number is already in the 4 digits. Yeah, 4 digits. And when you see how this works, honestly, you might get a little angry. I did. But you'll also walk away knowing exactly how to stop it, starting tonight. Let me tell you about someone named Jordan. Jordan is a 24-year-old nurse in Atlanta, drives a 2014 Honda Civic, about 140,000 miles on it. Not because she has to, because she refuses to take on a car payment. You know the type. Budget spreadsheet, tracks her spending, packed lunch 4 days a week, barely any subscriptions. Honestly, she thought she had her money pretty dialed in. Then one night she couldn't sleep. 2 a.m., phone in her hand, scrolling through her bank statements. You ever do that? Where anxiety just sends you down a rabbit hole? That's when she saw it. A line item she'd seen 100 times before. But this time, she actually stopped and looked at it. So she scrolled back. 6 months. Then a year. Then 3 years. By the time the sun started coming up, Jordan had done the math on something nobody had ever told her to look for. And what she found didn't just annoy her. It completely changed how she thought about money. We'll come back to Jordan in a minute, because first, you need to understand the machine she'd been feeding this whole time without even realizing it. Here's something nobody teaches in school. Big banks operate on something called the float. Sounds technical, but the idea is actually really simple. When your paycheck hits your account on Friday, that money doesn't just sit there waiting for you. Your bank immediately puts it to work. They lend it. They invest it. They generate returns on it every single night. Your money is working hard, just not for you. Let's say you've got about $5,000 sitting in savings. Pretty normal amount. Last month, you probably earned around 50 cents in interest. Maybe $1 if you're lucky. Your bank, from that same $5,000, they probably made somewhere between $20 and $40 from you in 1 month. Think about that for a second. Your bank made 40, maybe 80 times more money from your savings than you did. It's kind of like a landlord charging you rent to live in your own house. And honestly, that's just the interest game. We haven't even talked about fees yet. The average American pays about $329 a year in bank fees, monthly maintenance fees, minimum balance penalties, ATM charges, and those lovely overdraft fees, $35 every time it happens. Here's the weird part though. Overdraft fees don't mostly hit reckless spenders. They hit careful people. People who overdraft maybe once, maybe twice a year. Someone who had $8 less than they thought when Netflix hit. Real money. Gone. Quietly. Every month. Now here's where things get interesting. In 2023, JP Morgan Chase had the most profitable year in the history of American banking. Record profits. Same year, inflation was crushing households. Same year, credit card debt hit all-time highs. Same year, emergency savings dropped to a 10-year low. Their best year ever. Not in spite of that, because of it. That's not a coincidence. That's the business model. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly the way it was designed to. Just not for you. Now here's the part almost nobody talks about. There are 3 switches most people never flip, not because they're complicated. Honestly, they're simple. But your bank is counting on you never realizing they exist. First switch, where your money sleeps. Right now, your savings probably earns almost nothing. But there are accounts out there fully insured, paying 400, sometimes 500 times more interest. Same protection, same accessibility. The only real difference is banks don't advertise them very loudly. Because if you have $5,000 in savings, you might be leaving $200, maybe $250 a year on the table just because of where the money sits. Second switch, what you're paying just to exist as a customer. Do something for me real quick. Open your bank's app. Seriously, look for 3 words: monthly service fee, minimum balance fee, out-of-network ATM fee. Just look at the number. Because once you see it, you can't really unsee it. There are accounts out there with 0 monthly fees, no minimum balance, thousands of free ATMs. That $329 people pay every year, that's a plane ticket, a month of groceries, or the start of a small investment account. Third switch, and this one's psychological. Most people keep thousands of dollars sitting in checking, not because they need it there, but because seeing a big number feels safe. The bank knows that. Honestly, they designed that feeling. Smart money people treat checking like a gas tank. You keep enough in there to run the engine. Everything else moves somewhere it can actually work. That idle gap is one of the most expensive habits in personal finance, and almost nobody talks about it. You just learned 3 ways to stop it. Jordan didn't know any of them. Not yet. Remember Jordan, the nurse, the spreadsheet? That 2 a.m. spiral that changed everything. Here's what she actually found. Over 4 years at the same big bank, fees, near 0 interest, thousands parked in checking going nowhere, Jordan had quietly handed her bank over $9,000. $9,000. While budgeting obsessively, while skipping takeout, while doing everything right. But the number wasn't even the thing that wrecked her. It was the realization underneath it. The bank didn't steal from her. She handed it over. Every month, on time, without question. Because the system was built to feel invisible. Banks don't just win with fees and low interest rates. They win because of how they designed the whole experience. The app, the notifications, the way your balance is sitting right there front and center. This isn't accidental. App design is a science, and your bank is very good at it. Every single design decision is built to do one thing: keep your money accessible to them and make you feel completely fine about it. Think about it. When's the last time your bank sent you a notification that said, "Hey, you're losing $40 a month keeping money here"? Never. But they'll send an alert the second you overdraft, because that's worth $35 to them. All of it, working full-time on one goal: make sure you never think to look. What Jordan realized at 2 a.m. wasn't just the money she'd lost. It was that she'd been trusting a system that was never, not once, designed to work for her. And that realization, that's what changed everything. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's what Jordan actually did. She didn't overhaul her life, didn't start some crazy budget from scratch, didn't make more money. She made 3 quiet decisions in a single weekend. She moved her savings to a high-yield account. She opened a fee-free checking account and made it her daily driver. And she set up one automatic transfer, so the money she didn't need immediately moved on its own. That was it. That was the whole thing. In the first year, Jordan earned $410 in interest she would have never seen before. She eliminated $24 a month in fees she'd been paying for years without question. That's $700 a year recovered from doing almost nothing differently. But here's the number that actually stopped her cold. That's $700 a year invested in a basic index fund at historical market averages becomes over $4,500 in 5 years. Not from a raise, not from sacrifice, not from luck. From $700 the bank was counting on her never thinking about. She told me she didn't feel clever when she figured this out. She said, "I just feel stupid it took me this long." And then, after that, she felt something else. She felt free. Here's the thing about all of this. The bank isn't evil. They're just a business, and honestly, a very good one. They found a way to profit from inertia, from trust, from the thing we all do, set up a bank account at 18, never really look at it again, and assume everything is fine. Your bank's app was not designed for your financial health. It was designed for theirs. The people who figure this out aren't geniuses. They're just the ones who looked. So tonight, not next week, not someday, tonight, open your banking app, find the fee disclosures, check your savings rate. Ask yourself one question. How much have I paid this bank to hold my own money? If that number makes you feel something, that's good. Let it. Most people spend years learning how to earn more money. Almost nobody spends time learning how the financial system actually works. That's what this channel's about. One concept each video that quietly costs people thousands. So if you know someone trying to get their money under control, send this video to them. It might save them more than they realize. And if you want to stop losing money without even noticing it, subscribe, because the next one might save you more than this one did.